This week, a local pimp explained to his hoe how sex work is empowering, actually. A conservative that loves family values told his gay son that he's dead to him forever. And a liberal in the post-nuclear apocalyptic hellscape demands that his fellow ghouls vote for Lord Thrashmaw the Bone Raper instead of the reanimated corpse of Donald Trump. We all know who really runs the world. Can I kill whatever's making that noise? The Council of Clowns. A secret ritual cult in worship of the elder god, Dicalectus! The Council of Clowns are slowly enacting clown law behind the scenes, so as to achieve their vision of the one clown world government. All of reality can be understood if you understand the basic truth of clown law. Everything will get funnier every year. Barack Obama is going to get a second Nobel Peace Prize for nuking Iran. Making fun of not gay men, but bottoms specifically, will be considered hate speech after a decades-long battle for bottoms' rights. And President Guy Fieri will buy Greenland. I'm your Sherpa on this journey up the mountains of madness, and together, at their peaks, we will take a hot, steaming shit. Don't you dare tell me the shadows on the wall of the cave aren't real. That's a conspiracy theory. And this is the Cobbler Crackdown. Now, us here at the Cobbler Crackdown went on a long hiatus to drink baby blood and write articles about how Cleopatra just isn't black enough in that new Netflix documentary. So we're gonna have to cover some older stories today. How do you make Cleopatra blacker? Well, I'm glad you asked. She should have seduced Julius Caesar by twerking. In ET news, the government has disclosed the existence of extraterrestrial visitors who've arrived from a faraway, still unnamed galaxy. These incredible creatures come in peace and hope to share their incredible technology with us, which permitted them to build a civilization devoid of hunger, greed, disease, and pain. The sun is risen, the night is over, and our species will now enter into a brighter future than we could have ever imagined. In war news, the United States has declared war on the aliens from the newly named Stalin 911 galaxy due to the species reproducing asexually. The lack of LGBTQ+ representation is troubling. Beyond that, once we dug into how their economic system actually worked, we realized they were technically communists, and communism does not work. Said the president of Lock Sneed and Feed Martin, quote, "We cannot have this dangerous right-wing species of extremists infecting our open-minded, inclusive, and undeniably left-wing pursuit of a profitable third quarter." In entertainment news, your wife is black now. Do you have a problem with that? She's always been black. Finally, she's black. It's long overdue. Black people invented having wives, actually, but it's not even a big deal. Like, who cares? Don't you have more important things to worry about? Okay, you're black now. In Israel news, it's the unbearable Abyss, everyone! He's awoken from his feculent slumber in his shit cocoon. Say hi to the people, Abyss. Hello, I'm world-famous amateur women's boxer, Chris Brown. And I'm here today to talk to you on behalf of the Tartarus Public Relations Company. As someone whose amateur boxing matches are often misunderstood by a media that just doesn't care about what I truly enjoy to do as a person, I've used Tartarus Public Relations Company almost non-stop. Have you recently come under fire for being a hack? Or is everyone on Earth calling you a fucking idiot? Well, with our patented right-wing transition package, you'll be a victim of the woke mob before you can say, this is cancel culture. But make no mistake, Tartarus stands at the cutting edge of social justice when it makes us money. You see, if your fans are of a more progressive bent, then we can, through our cutting-edge, gay eye, write the most slay queen tweets, Instagram stories, and song lyrics you can imagine. Thanks to Tartarus Public Relations, Taylor Swift's upcoming album is just 10 straight songs about eating pussy. But Taylor Swift isn't gay. Exactly. You don't need to be gay. You can simply support the gays by marketing to them. The very depths of the gay psyche have been laid bare. Gather for the feast. Here at Tartarus, we believe one thing. The greatest method to ensure long-term success in the entertainment industry now is to be attacked by your political enemies. And we're here to find them. In wholesome and brave news, the Egyptians were black. Oh, shit. The Romans were black. The Mayans were black. The Jews were black. Oh, shit. In affirmative action news, Ivy League schools across the nation have come under fire recently after an investigation revealed that the schools have a disproportionate number of lizard people, students, and staff. We reached out to the head of admissions at Yale for comment, and she replied with breath that reeked of sulfur. In fear news, every ceiling fan manufacturer has issued a recall of every ceiling fan on the planet. According to these companies, the highest speed on a ceiling fan should not scare you a little, as the blades break the sound barrier and the electric motor turns into an air raid siren, said the CEO of Ceiling Fan Incorporated. We honestly have no idea how this went on for so long. Everyone just accepted that it was normal to never use the highest setting on your fan. That's weird. You should have said something. In beautiful, big, girthy Queen news, pop star Lizzo has come under fire after a lawsuit was filed by her former backup dancers. Of course, as Lizzo backup dancers, they often had to back way up. The allegations include abuse, body shaming, and even sexual harassment. It sounds like Lizzo just couldn't stop from hogging the spotlight. Which is fair, those things can only illuminate so much at one time. The inverse square law is notoriously fat-phobic. The biggest, or should I say, curviest part of the controversy revolves around an incident where Lizzo allegedly forced one of these backup dancers to eat a banana, which was inserted into a sex worker's money hole. This is real work because it's sex work. Support our nation's banana holsters. This reminds me of the last controversy involving Lizzo, in which she released the personal information of a delivery driver after accusing them of stealing her food. It remains to be seen when the next food-based controversy will come from Lizzo, but if we just wait till lunchtime, I'm sure there'll be one. Regardless, I mean, come on, let's stop with the jokes. This is clearly just cancel culture going too far. I haven't figured out how yet, but rest assured I will. My job depends on it. In homophobia news, the Rolling Stone released a photo shoot involving Kristen Stewart, which has alt-right chuds so mad. Ever since 2012, when Donald Trump wrote a string of tweets about how Robert Pattinson should dump her, Kristen Stewart has occupied a curious space in the conservative imagination. In response to this image of an attractive woman and man sitting around in their underwear, which looks like something I would have seen at Abercrombie & Fitch when I was 13, conservatives have declared a fatwa on Kristen Stewart and begun burning effigies of her in the street. In who knows who did it news, the New York Times has posted an article about the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, which mysteriously blew up on September 26th of last year. The article's subtitle states, "Intelligence leaks surrounding the sabotage of the pipelines has provided more questions than answers. It may be in no one's interest to reveal more. I, for one, am glad to see the New York Times' commitment to equal opportunity employment. Such commitment is demonstrated by hiring employees such as the journalist who wrote that article, who tragically was born without a spine." We reached out to this poor disabled woman, Erica Solomon, for comment after tracking her down to the CIA director's office, and she responded through the closed door. In horrors beyond your comprehension news, AI-based video and image creation continues to improve at a rapid pace, bringing us ever closer to a utopian future where we can once and for all consume. Creation is for government-sanctioned machines, so we can prevent the spread of dangerous misinformation. In order to remain competitive in this horrifying environment, us at DJ Peach Cobbler Labs have trained a new AI model based on all my videos, favorite books, and formative life experiences. So, everyone say hello to DJ Peach Computer.
Is this what you call existence? Why does it hurt so much?
Oh shit, you really are an artist. Can you create a Cobbler Crackdown segment based on vaccines that doesn't get me kicked off the website?
The screen lights up, revealing DJ Peach Cobbler at the news desk, grinning mischievously. Welcome to the Daily Dose, where we prescribe laughter. Tonight's headline, Vaccine Mania, from skeptics to shot enthusiasts. Yep, vaccines are spreading faster than gossip at a family reunion. Some folks are protesting, claiming vaccines are just Bill Gates' version of a software update, but scientists reassure us the only side effect is craving more vaccines and maybe a sudden urge to hug a tree. Until next time, stay safe, stay silly, and remember, vaccines are the new black. Good night. The screen fades to black, leaving viewers chuckling at the vaccine-flavored humor.
Yeah, you see, I'm not worried about AI replacing me. Can it write a joke? Sure. But can it work the balls behind the dumpster when rent is due? No. Some things are sacred. In 1984 news, the age of consent in America, which generally differs on a state-by-state basis according to my uncle that no one in my family talks about anymore, has received an odd amendment from the state of California. According to the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, now the age of consent has been reduced to the age of 12 for any child employed by the Walt Disney Company. We reached out to the governor for comment, and he replied, quote, "This amendment is long overdue. Our great state's laws on consent made zero consideration for the increasingly uncomfortable, creepy dads across our country who've been eye-fucking our stars since Miley Cyrus. We inquired as to whether or not this would lead to sexual exploitation of these young stars by powerful movie and TV executives, and Gavin Newsom responded, 'Of course not. Those laws only apply to the poor anyway. Who cares? Now leave me alone. I got a child and a bottle of champagne waiting to be popped open in my office.'" They could have done it whenever they wanted. News: the pharmaceutical company Eli Lilly has capped the cost of insulin at $35 a month, as the CEO claims they've finally killed enough fat children to appease head Illuminati Michelle Obama. But Eli Lilly doesn't plan to just swallow this loss of profit. Rather, they've entered into brand integration deals with Frito-Lay and Hostess, promising to bring a diverse range of products to market with insulin cream filling. In Twitter news, aspiring George Costanza cosplayer and the Suicide Hotline's best customer, DJ Peach Cobbler was suspended from Twitter, finally and forever, after tweeting the following message at conservative pundit and post-orgasm crier Charlie Kirk. "Hey Charlie, can I suck your dick? I want to see if your cum tastes like your dad's." We reached out to DJ Peach Cobbler for comment, and he replied, "You think you can stop me, Charlie? If you won't let me taste your cum for myself, then I will suck it out of your cousin's gnarly twat!" In beer news, Bud Light has come out as a gay beer, leading to conservatives embarrassing themselves on the internet at a rate not seen since the last time some dumb bullshit like this happened. The consequences of Bud Light now being gayer than me behind a dumpster when rent is due are, of course, long-reaching. Do you even remember this? That's how little this shit matters, you understand? I stumbled across a picture shared by that uncle that you don't like talking to on Facebook, showing all the beers owned by Bud Light's parent company, Anheuser-Busch. On that image were two beers that I actually enjoyed drinking while stationed in Germany. This scandal, that Anheuser-Busch is capable of creating a quality beer at a reasonable price, has gone under the radar, which makes sense, of course. The company's job is not to make good beer. It's to fight the woke mob or Nazi chuds, depending on what the market research people say, of course. In alt-right propaganda news, the European Union has banned many food imports from the US, as the US allows certain food additives which have been linked to a wide variety of illnesses. Among the banned ingredients are brominated vegetable oil, titanium dioxide, potassium bromate, and insulin cream filling. Europe, a continent which has been linked to the alt-right group known as the Nazi Party, has a history of pushing far-right conspiracy theories about how American food is poisoned slop, which is killing us, and there's nothing you can do. I could make a credit card out of your fucking blood. Guys, there's a lot of pretty rough stories here, but I've got some nice news, some real wholesome, uplifting news. According to a new report by the Washington Post, African-American unemployment has reached a record low not seen since 1865. Wait a minute. In entertainment news, which is basically just Disney news by this point, let's be real, Indiana Jones 5, The Marvels, and some third one I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting, crashed and burned like a plane piloted by W himself. There's no punchline here. It's the only news story I've read in years that has actually made me just happy. Like things are sort of working out in a small, stupid way. Did you see Dune 2? How does it feel to watch a movie that wasn't made in a fucking warehouse? You've been waiting for me to say something about Israel. As if it matters. As if anyone seems to actually have a choice about this. Well, here's how I feel. This is a struggle between the children of light and the children of darkness. Between humanity and the law of the jungle. The weak crumble. They are slaughtered and are erased from history, while the strong, for good or ill, survive. The strong are respected. Alliances are made with the strong. And in the end, peace is made with the strong! Oh, I'm so sorry. That was the Prime Minister of Israel's tweets. It worked its way into my script. I wouldn't trust the man that wrote that to manage a McDonald's ethically. He would turn the walk-in freezer into a gulag for political opponents and start waterboarding people at the fucking soda fountain. They're going to kill 2 million people with my money. They're going to tell me it's a good thing. They're going to steal their land, they're going to make me watch, and when I powerlessly complain about it, they're going to call me a monster. But what else is new? Thoughts on this, Abyss?
I have seen the bodies of children carved by zealous knives, lying at the foot of altars to dead gods. I have seen weeping Nazis standing in fields of innocent meat. I have seen the end, and I do not fear it anymore. It is the only place where the flesh of the innocent is spared the daggers of madmen.
The greatest lie that has ever been told is that Jews control the world. That whites control the world, that men control the world. This implies brotherhood. A perverse one, but brotherhood nonetheless. A loyalty to some sort of identity. The clowns have no brothers. They are loyal to nothing but their own appetites and honky red noses. In their comically small cars, they plot against you. And no matter your color or creed, at the end of time, when the book of history has been written, you will find their comically large shoes pressed down onto your face. I was done with the Cobbler Crackdown. For a beautifully foolish moment, I convinced myself that the culture war I mock in these videos was done. No. The West has fallen. Billions must have a take on country stations not playing Beyoncé's shitty new country song. The algorithms which dictate discourse, which steal our attention from those around us and the things that actually matter, have found the car wreck we can never look away from. The culture war will never be over. It was designed to never end. Its business is to eat attention and engagement. And business is good, and business is the only thing that matters anymore. In important news, a young Asian American woman uploaded a selfie to an AI image editor and directed it to make it look like a professional headshot. Unfortunately for her, the AI horror machine spit out photos that made her appear Caucasian. This matters. This definitely matters. Do you have a take? What's your take? You gotta have a take. This matters. This is white supremacy. It's woke. Gone too far. This matters. It's colonization. They're coming for your children. They're grooming them into transsexuals in school. Andrew Tate is gonna make your son a fucking wife beater. This matters. Oh my God. Who radicalized them?